Hi, everyone, and welcome back to Eye Opener Society. My name is Gary, and I am bringing you this shorter bonus episode because there's a few things I wanted to share with you guys, the audience, that we so much appreciate. There's been some things personal going on in my life that I just wanted to share because I'm hoping it reflects for you as well. I know all of us, we're all spiritual beings in some way, shape, or form. And here at Eye Opener Society, we don't like to be overly preachy about that or anything, but there's some things that have been going on personally. And I'll share the first story with you. And this just involves a personal experience that happened to me a few weeks ago as I was laying awake in bed, waiting to go to sleep. I felt not so much a presence, but I did feel something that was touching me right on my third eye, right on my forehead, between my eyes, by the pineal gland. It was a actual touch, and I don't want to say it was a human touch or anything like that. I just don't know, but it was a definite touch, and it was I could feel the pressure of it. Normally, something like that, would startle, people. And I thought maybe I should have been startled by it, but I just completely accepted it. It seemed to be in that moment so very normal and expected. So as I felt it, the entire experience lasted maybe no more than a minute, if even that. But I felt light. And I know it's difficult, when you say, well, what does light feel like? But I just happened to get this visual of light entering my body. And during that time, there was a lot of what looked to me like programming code, but however, was in, I would say, ancient symbolicism as it was all entering my body. And there was an actual feel to it. It wasn't anything so drastic, but I just felt that light and I felt that information entering into me through my third eye. And these symbols, again, were downloading so very fast that I couldn't really make any one of them out, but I did, as they're rushing by, make them out. They're more ancient in style, I would say. I had that experience once before, and I know I mentioned it on the podcast where um, I reached that plateau of meditation where everything went silent, and the same thing, these symbols just flashed before me in a very rapid way. So I couldn't really make out exactly what they were. But this happened to me. And after that experience, like I say, a little less than a minute, I felt recharged. I felt refreshed. And I just felt like I'm going to continue on in a new journey in this chapter of my life. And that's just what I felt. And again, nothing profound, nothing so awakening. I didn't feel like, again, startled or absolutely amazed. It was almost just like a normal event that occurred. And I wanted to bring this story up because I think each and every one of you, the listeners, may or may not have experienced something like this, or maybe you have, you did not pick up on it. It doesn't have to be a physical touch, but again, signs, symbols, things that happen to you in life. If we keep our eyes open for these things, then we start to learn more about ourselves. And speaking of learning more about ourselves, that's the second story I wanted to tell. I'm not going to give too much detail just out of respect for my friend Jen from Mind's Eye Metaphysical. Again, mindseyemetaphysical.com. Don't forget to visit her, the most fantastic metaphysical shop I've ever been in. And Jen is such an amazing person. She's a spiritual guide in my life. Um, there's been some new things going on with her shop as a tarot reader. Again, I don't want to give the name until everything is set. I just want to make sure, I don't want to step on any toes or anything. But I did visit a psychic, and she's new. She does tarot readings actually for Mind's Eye Metaphysical. But I did experience her on a medium side where she was giving uh, readings through, I guess, source or whatever it is she pulls from. But I had a psychic reading. And what was so great about this was the personal touch that was added to this. The amazing thing is just how accurate she was, and the visions that she seen were just basically reflections of things that were going on in my life. And so she's truly authentic. So I was kind of taken away by it, and it was really groundbreaking for me because I really connected so well. And that, is something you need to do when you're with a psychic. You can't be skeptical. You have to go in with an open mind, and you need to connect. And I was able to connect with her. And one of the most important things that I took away from this reading was past life and, what I was. And it made sense to me, and it helped to ground me to see what direction I'm going on in the future. And she had seen that in the past that I was a shaman. And that felt very reassuring to me because that felt very comfortable. It sat very well with me. I think I can really relate to that. And I do believe that is probably something I was in a past life. So that was revealed. And according to her, that's the direction I'm taking. I'm getting more into the spiritual journey, probably deeper, because I know as far as this podcast is concerned, it's going to last as long as it possibly can. But in the very near future, there's going to be changes in where I move and where I live to. And I want to open up the doors to something larger. I wanted to help more. I wanted to be that shaman. I want to help people with the courses in their life, again, without being preachy, without being, overly stuffy. And I just wanted to be lighthearted. I wanted to be authentic. I wanted to be fun. And I wanted to incorporate my meditation into that too, as well. So I'm looking at setting up something in the near future again where people could either meet in person or online, where we could do meditation sessions. We could do some grounding. We can do some self-help, mindfulness. Again, it's not going to be so deep or profound. It's going to be lighthearted. It's going to be personal. It's going to be one-on-one. That's what I'm envisioning, and that's what she's seen in my future too, as well. So I'm very happy for that. I want everybody out there, and the reason I'm bringing these stories up is because I want everybody to start getting connected. These are the times of ascension. We are breaking free from a lot of things. We're starting to understand our minds more. We're starting to understand spirituality more. I know people have many questions and all, and that's great. Question everything. Uh, but sit and reflect, start understanding what it is or what your purpose is, your goals, what it is you want to do. That is going to help you understand more about who you are. You have to, keep your eyes open for these things. You need to start really paying attention to the spiritual side. Step away from the reality, step away from the real world. Take those moments. I keep preaching that you have to take even at least 15 minutes a day to meditate, to start getting your mind expanded and start recognizing the things, the signs, the symbols all around you that are pointing to your direction, your life, your goals, what it is you want to do, what it is you want to improve about yourself. I know our podcast, we've touched on a lot of stuff, especially with Hannah, sharing all of her traumas, and I've shared some of my traumas. We need to start building higher. We need to start understanding we've been through these traumas. They're over. We learned from them. We need to go someplace where these things don't occur as much, where we can understand how to keep them in control, where we can keep our spirits, our minds all in control, keeping ourselves stable, keeping ourselves happy, keeping ourselves connected to the earth, keeping ourselves connected to the universe. I'll explain all this as time goes on, but I wanted to share all of this with you again for your benefit because that's where my future lies. My goal is to help everyone to achieve these things, whether it's through meditation, whether it's through just trying to listen and help you decide what directions you're going in. where you can get help and, how you can connect to the spiritual realm. So if you want, we can start now, even if there's some people out there that want to learn a little bit more about meditation or where they're going. Don't forget, start using our email, the eye opener society at gmail.com. And I'm also going to be working more with some small businesses too. I've started connecting with some wonderful people at Appalachian Root Works, Rooted in Ruins. They're a metaphysical shop down in Kentucky. And I'm trying to get a trip down there where I could do a podcast episode with them. And I really don't like doing this, but I know we always said we're never going to charge for this podcast. We're not doing Patreons or anything like that. But I'm trying to build up a little bit of fund, if you would say, to help start traveling where I could meet some small businesses and all. So if you go to buymeacoffee.com/ eye opener society, and just if you're willing to help, just donate as much as you can, and we'll be totally and completely appreciative of that. I'm sure I could find ways to thank you on the podcast or something. And this is, again, it's just to keep this show running. It helps to pay for all the background stuff, equipment, monthly fees, and it's going to, help get me on the road to pay for those expenses too. So again, buymeacoffee.com/ eye opener society. And like I said, it's completely voluntary and I'm never going to push for it, but it's much appreciated. So we're also working on another new podcast too, as well, that's going to be presented right here on this platform. And it's with my other stepdaughter, Caitlin. It's going to be Caitlin's Criminology. And she has a criminology degree. And we are putting together a podcast. It's more of a true crime thing, but we're going to do something different because true crime gets so played out. We wanted to bring some fresh ideas to it. So we have an idea. They're going to be maybe only 4 a year because there's going to be a lot of research in it. And I may reach out to some people to help us with that too as well. So just be aware that these things are going on. And I just wanted to let everybody know, continue your spiritual journey. We can help you out. Reach out to us. I've been trying to build the YouTube channel that I have. You could, find Eye Opener Society on YouTube. You could find us on Facebook too as well. Follow us there. Follow us on YouTube. I'm doing kind of these little shorts, these inspirational shorts to get people, excited more about meditation and thinking more about mindfulness. And I want to do that, start building a YouTube channel. This way I could use that in the future too as another platform as well. So I hope you enjoyed this little bonus episode. It's just something, like I said, I think it's going to help you out. And that's the main goal for the future. I appreciate everyone's support. And don't forget, eyeopenersociety.podbean.com, or you can find us on any listening platform, including YouTube. And we look forward to seeing you again. And don't forget, we're going to have some very big episodes coming up. We worked again with Anne Lund and Elaine from Arcane Oracle too, as well. We had another little group session podcast, and it's really fascinating. And we hope you tune in. That's going to be the next episode coming up. Good to talk to you all again, and we'll see you again really soon.